Alright, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's actually game number 2, if you can believe it. We find ourselves in a best of 7. It's spawning here in the bottom central portion. Finally getting into this game. It's going to be Dead Pixels, Blue, Zerg Player True. Top right corner on the map, though. Playing for MVP. Give it up for Yonghwa. And looks like we might just have some shenanigans come down. Yonghwa is going to miss scout first, so if he does miss scout, this may lead to a nexus first, but if he still wants to dedicate, he may go forge. I think though, as the drone scouts him, it's probably just gonna be a nexus scout to be safe. As for folks in chat worried about me looking unprofessional, I would just like to add that I am not a professional. To be a professional is something you actually have to get paid for it, so I'm not too worried about that, but I thank you kindly for your concerns. I do actually rather enjoy toiling with the trolls in chat. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, kind of like rum. But once again, baiting out the probe pull. Again, this is worth it. What this does as well is it actually prevents Yonghwa from really being able to cannon rush. He won't have the money to do it because he'll spend so much time on this. And again, you can see the resources lost through the income per minute. Not exactly insane, but still it takes quite a bit of time to actually take this down. So pulls off, puts in the pilot down, doesn't want to get blocked, not distracted by this, and not tunnel visioning. True with the fastest hands of the west, or I guess the east. Throws down the Evo chamber before the creep disappears, so he could go for this second block. And last time he tried to put the hatchery down again, it didn't work. We'll see if it does this time. In the meanwhile, I give a big shout out to Cure8 or Cure4T, however you want your name pronounced. Sorry, I never say it right. Let me know. But thank you for that subscription and that support of the channel. Another shout out goes to Tizix or Tizikes. Oh man, I give up with names. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Again, if you guys are new subs to the channel, we recently handed out a couple of really awesome replays. Send a PM here to get those. But we will have new ones and more to send out soon from the 32 Boys 1 Cup tournament as well. Hatchery block actually does go down here in the main, and more probes being pulled off yet again. The cost of the cancel on this hatchery is so incredibly worth it. I can't stress that enough. Again, you can see about 200 minerals per minute, 240, something like that. Really just easy peasy stuff. And you can't ignore this. If this completes suddenly, then there's roaches in your base, and suddenly you're in a hell of a lot of trouble. Does he go for the gas steal again? Does he have the balls for it? He does. But the problem is, this didn't win him the game. Yonghwa still ended up taking that series, and while True does take 3 bases, yet again mirroring and mimicking the way we saw the setup on the last match. 2 Lings actually sneak by. Ooh, this actually changes up a lot. 2 Lings are actually fully capable of picking off probes here, and I kind of almost want to cancel the extractor now and just build another hatchery for the sake of it, but not to be BM, he doesn't really have the lead to do that. But yeah, probes being pulled off to deal with the Lings again. More lost mining for Yonghwa. Like, I really wish we could show you resources lost through like what should have been expected mining times. I think there's just too much what ifs involved with that, so there could never be like a proper chart. But you guys can see very clearly, Yonghwa is wasting a lot of time playing Ring Around the Rosie with these 2 Lings, and it's just really unfortunate that he's lost so much mineral income at the start of the game. So this dives into like what he could possibly be doing. Gas has been deterred as well. Top left corner of the base map. Does he go for a hidden base? What's he planning over there? Oh, wait, did Yonghwa just never scout? No, he scouted the top left before, right? He's up to something. He's gonna proxy something, I think. I don't think it's gonna be a ninja base. We'll see. Although I don't know what you would really proxy with this little gas income. Because, like, that's not a good part. You might as well put a starport in your own base if you're going to proxy from here. You can't really do Dark Templar off this, so maybe he tries to hide Blink? I say with a question mark? I mean, he tried to do that versus Impact. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. Definitely interested to see what he plans to do. I only say it might be Blink again because he tried it before once, but also because the gas count is so drastically low. There's no way he affords DTs, right? No. Oh, this is really cool. He's gonna go for Gateway all in, but he's gonna hide it. Oh, this is so sick. Okay, so True has so much vision, and I feel like he's being baited into the wrong information. Because he sees one gateway and this really slow follow-up to the game. Second Overlord's definitely going to go to the main and it's still going to see no gateway, so he might think it's safe to drone. And he probably will. I said it before, I'll bring it up again. If you're a Zerg player, you want to just drone to 70 drones if you can. If you don't have to make a single unit, then don't. Oh my goodness, but... Oh man, he doesn't have any idea about this gateway all-in that's coming his way. 2 gateways, possibly here at home. Might make it 6. Yeah, he's gonna go 6 gateways for this. Okay. Maybe goes up to 7 off 2 bases. Still a viable option. Won him the last game. Maybe he'll do it again. Oh, this is so cool. I really like this move out of Yonghwa. I've seen a lot of proxies for tech. Whether it's like, you know, 1 starport, blink, whatever. I've not seen 4 gateways hidden like this in quite some time, and I think this is a really cool move. Again, the best way to stop this is to scout it. Now, he does kind of get paranoid. He's on 62 drones. He's like, come on, what's up? And he starts making some lings. But I fear this might be too late. And the Roach Warren. Oh, God, the Roach Warren's coming down to the 3rd. From the angle in which he's going to attack. If he plans to get any roaches, they're not going to be alive for very long. He'll kill the Roach Warren, and there won't be any follow-up to this. Again, True has no idea this is coming, but he's so paranoid because he hasn't seen anything. So he starts preparing for a gateway all-in perhaps a little too late. It's like one of those moments in a movie where you're like, oh, it's a little bit quiet. Too quiet. So, rather than simply die to the horrific masked killer, he tries to prepare blindly, but it's, as we see, perhaps not going to be enough. Spine cores go down here so freaking quick. As he takes out those queens, the Mothership Core does have to be careful. She adds a lot of damage to the fights. And he's not quite snowballing out of control yet. Yonghwa didn't bring sentries with this like he did last time, so maybe that's what starts turning this around to make it look a little different. But Spine Core starts to reposition itself, and still in a pretty good spot here is our Protoss player, sniping off this Roach Warren for what is essentially free. Yonghwa doesn't let us start another one, but man, the pylons are up on the high ground. It's gonna be really hard to get around and snipe this. Yeah, there you go. Another Roach Warren does start up back at home. Should have done this in the first place in the main. Meanwhile, Ling's actually coming from behind. They're going to look for those pylon snipes, kind of like we talked about before. They're the lifeblood and the reinforcement line here of our Protoss player, but still not too far away. He can always pull back to the pylon up here on the high ground and protect it. Maybe. I say maybe very heavily, though. Ling's coming in from behind. There's no energy for recall. He has to stand and fight. It looks like True might just break this. And despite the cool, sneaky tactics of Yonghwa, he's going to die. This was an all-in. He's got no tech behind this. GG. True will bring the series back, tying it up 1-1. Essentially making this the best of 5. Guys, it's been about half an hour. I'm going to squeeze in a quick ad break while we get into this next game.